A bonding activity, especially between me and my grandma, I would say is she's really into solitaire, and I'm willing to play with her, so I think that's something we both have in common. And she cooks and I eat, and I think it's essentially a good balance between us two, I would say.
She lived in New York, and her mom came straight from Italy, so she knows a lot about Italian food, and so she just makes the best red pasta.
So one of my favorite memories of my grandmother was just like, well, obviously for Italian, it's cooking, like lots of great Italian food. But one memory I have is she used to have these antique lamps that had crystals hanging off it, and it would be me and my cousin. We would sit there and we would play G.I. Joes on it when we were kids, and my grandma would sit there quietly as she did the rosary, and we would sit there and we would have like fights and wars on her lap, but there she was doing the rosary. She was an amazing human being. My grandma was the ultimate teacher in love and compassion, I think, just amazing. She used to chase me around with a wooden spoon every now and then too, but otherwise she was a great lady.
My grandma makes very good chocolate chip cookies. We all fight over them in my family. My mom usually tries to hide them from us and then eats them in secret.
The favorite memory I have of my grandfather is he, at 97 years old, flew from Florida to Washington, D.C. for my wedding. He was there. He greeted me when I got to the end of the aisle with my dad, and he was one of my first dances as a bride. So I would definitely say that he was like one of the biggest parts of my wedding day. Yeah.
My grandparents were great. My grandmother from my mom's side taught me how to pray, but my grandmother from my dad's side taught me how to play. She was one competitive grandma, and she was the nicest lady in the world, fixing you food and everything, until you beat her in cards. Then her evil side came out. But I love her. She was awesome, and yeah, grandparents are very important.
Well, I think both of our favorites is her mac and cheese.
Yeah, she makes amazing mac and cheese.
It's so good, yeah. We come off the plane, it's like midnight or so, and she has her mac and cheese ready for us to eat. It's like our favorite thing.
She has these potatoes that she makes. I don't know how she does them. They're like sautéed, but it's hard to describe. They're really good. They're not normal. Yeah, they're potato slices.
Probably his emotional strength. He's been through a lot. You know, he's been sick a couple times, and you know, he's had many people like pass away within like weeks like of each other, like his sister and his brother and his cousins, like all in the same week. So it's like his strength emotionally is probably what I'd want to take from him.
It'd be from my grandpa. He's one of the most dedicated people I've ever known, and seeing where he got in life and seeing where his son got, I want to be able to carry on that trait of his to be able to get me through in life.
If I could take any trait from my grandma, it'd probably just be her love for like literally everyone she meets. Like she always loved the underdogs and like just everyone.
Probably, I mean, it's not really a trait, but it's like her perspective, the way she looks at things, you know, because she's very humble, very humble. She always sees the good in people, and I think that's, you know, it's very important. So that'd probably be the one thing I could steal from my grandma.
She has very good fashion sense. She used to be an interior designer, and she's really good at like knowing what outfits look good together. She's very hip for a grandma.
I would like to steal the trait of being calm, because I've never seen them be angry or anything like that. They're always calm under pressure, and they always know what to do when a situation arises, so I want to steal that trait from them.
What grandparents bring to my family is a sense of stability, a sense of family love, and bringing the whole family together. Each week, my grandmother would make a meal in which she would call all our family members to come together and have dinner with us.
I think the most important thing that grandparents bring to families is just the sense of unity. The fact that they brought my parents here and then my parents brought me, and it's just this whole giant long line of families, and that even though they're 50-something years older than me, we're still related so closely forever.
A grandparent's love is one that is unique, I would say.
My grandparents bring connection with my whole family, with my uncles and my aunts, and we all come together more because of my grandparents.
My grandparents, they definitely instilled a work ethic in my family. Everybody in my family believes in working for everything they have, and that was set by my grandparents.
I think the importance of grandparents, I'm going to say, is the wisdom. I think grandparents have lived long enough and have enough experience. I like the French say, la sagesse.